Hello, my friend. Today we're speaking from the subject level up by asking the hard questions. Level up by asking the hard questions. In order to level up, you must know your starting point. You must know where you are. And you have to come to grips with who you are. And you can't fool yourself about where you are or who you are. Come to a knowledge that this is where I am and this is where I'm going. But I'm not going to be fooling myself to tell myself that I'm someplace I'm not. So in order to do that, we must come to a reality of where we are. And how do we come to a reality of where we are? We ask ourselves the hard questions. We're not going to be like an ostrich. Ostrich places its head in the sand when it tries to avoid danger, but it's not avoiding danger. You're just not facing the reality that is with at hand. And sometimes you may have to, peel the onion and facing reality. Peeling the onion is finding out what are those scars, those things that have harmed us in the past and trigger us in the future, or can trigger us in the future. We need to find out what those things, and then again, we have to face reality. In order to level up, you must face reality. Facing reality means acknowledging situations as they really are, rather than how one wished them to be or how they were in the past. This involves confronting uncomfortable truths, accepting limitations, and making choices based on present circumstances rather than wishful thinking. It requires honesty, courage, and a willingness to adapt to the world as it exists. You've got to face reality and deal with reality. When I had my stroke nearly 12 years ago, it changed my life. It changed my life, but I didn't go into a depression or a state where this is it, this is the end. I found out what I could do and how I could level up from where I was. And even today, in situations I find myself in, I say, Lord, I don't want to be in this situation. This is not a comfortable situation, but I'm here, and how do I level up from here? Where do I go from here? You have to ask Holy Spirit to show you who you really are, the composite you, the total you, because sometimes we can be fooling ourselves. One prayer that I often pray is Psalms chapter 139, verse 23. Search me, O God, and know my heart. Try me and know my thoughts. Ask Holy Spirit to show you you. Ask Holy Spirit to show you you. Ask Holy Spirit to show you you. And then after he shows you you, ask him to help you to answer the five journalistic questions. The five journalistic questions are: who are you? Who are you? Who am I? Who is Hemi Pickett? Yeah, I know all the level up. I know all of the education and all of the social media, but who am I really? Who am I? You have to go beyond the surface of what you see and what people see to find out who the real you is. When I suffered my third divorce in the church, I had to step down and I had to sit down and I had to ask myself, who am I really? For myself to allow myself to go through this three times, shouldn't I have learned my lesson? And then I had to really do an introspection. Who am I? What's in me that just couldn't make it? And then God gave me the answer. So the first question is who you are. The second one is, what are you to do? What should you be doing? What should I be doing with my life? That's what I have to ask myself. Yeah, you got stroke residuals on your right side, but you can walk. You live by yourself. So don't come up here saying you can't do. Yes, you can do something. What is it that you ought to be doing? I stepped down from pastoring my last church in January 2017. I stepped down from pastoring, but that didn't mean that I was not to minister anymore. I reach more people on social media every day than I did when I was pastoring. What is it that you are to be doing right now with what you have? Then, when should you move forward? Timing. Timing is everything. You don't want to move too fast. You don't want to move too slow. So you ask the Lord, Lord, show me the timing when I am to execute, when I am to win, WEND, I am to go forward. Number 4, where should you be in every aspect of your life? Where should I be right now? And where am I going to be a month from now? Where am I going to be a year from now? Where should I be? Now, Lord, show me where should I be? Physically and figuratively, where should I be? 5, how do I level up? How do I level up? I know I have to level up. I'm not going to be like an ostrich with its head in the sand. I know that where I am is not where I am supposed to be. I know I have not maximized my fullest potential. This is what you could be telling yourself. But the question is, okay, I've acknowledged that. I've accepted this is where I am. This is my level up start. Now, how do I do it? What is the plan? What is the strategy? And the Lord will show you what the plan is. The Lord will show you what the strategy is. But you've got to ask yourself these hard questions and ask the Lord to help you answer these hard questions. You've got to do the introspection, come to reality, and then once you ask the first 4 questions, answer the first 4 questions, how do I level up? Lord, help me to level up. I found that when you answer these 5 questions through the Holy Spirit and maybe through different ones giving you counsel and so forth, I found that the universe, the Lord Himself, whatever you want to say it, begins to work in your behalf and begins to help you to accomplish what's in your heart to do. It helps you to level up, but you've got to come to a reality of your starting point. All right, this is Hemi. Track with me tomorrow as we continue on in the subject leveling up. God bless you.